Hello children, in this video I'll continue chapter number 7, Conservation of Plants and Animals. Children, already we had discussed in last videos deforestation, consequences of deforestation, biosphere reserve, national park, wildlife sanctuaries, etc. So today I'll continue with the endangered animals. What are these animals? Actually, these are the animals whose numbers are decreasing day by day, and might in future we can face extinction regarding these animals. So example I can share with you that tiger is one of the many animals which are slowly diminishing. To protect the tigers in our country, the government has launched the Project Tiger. And the main motive and aim of the Project Tiger mission is to ensure the survival of tiger population. So one more is there, dinosaurs, as you know, have already become extinct, that they are no more on the earth now. And one thing I want to discuss with you, that is red data book. Actually, red data books are the books which keeps a record of all endangered plants and animals. So endangered animals are those animals which are extinct and which are diminishing day by day. So here we have discussed two examples, tiger and dinosaur that has becomes extinct. But to save tiger, the government has launched the launched the Project Tiger, that is for the survival of the tiger population. And I must tell you that the population of tiger is increasing day by day. So next is ecosystem. What do you understand by term ecosystem? So ecosystem is made up of all the plants, animals and microorganisms in an area, along with non-living components like climate, water, soil, etc. So in this ecosystem, we are already considering the plants, animals, microorganisms. But one thing more is there. This is with a non-living component. This is in the combination with the non-living components. Non-living components, you know, that climate, water and soil also affect it. So next definition is of migration. As the word migration shows, that migration is the movement of animals from its own habitat to some other habitat for a particular time period only, every year due to the climatic changes or for the breeding. So why animals or the migrate or transfer? Migration means transfer. They used to move from one place to another place. Why it is so? Because migratory birds, what they just travel a long distances to reach another land. So during a particular time, because of the climatic changes, they fly for laying eggs, as the weather in the natural habitat becomes very cold and it's not suitable for that animals. That's why they travel from one place to another place. And birds who cover the long distance to reach another land are known as a migratory birds. So you must have heard about the Siberian cranes. They used to visit, and many other migratory birds are there which used to visit in India also during when the conditions are not suitable to them. Next comes the recycling of paper. So how the paper can be recycled? About 17 full grown trees are required to produce 1 ton of the paper. Children, it's very important to note down that 17 full grown trees are required for 1 ton of the paper. So paper can be recycled about 5 to 7 times for its use. We should use, save and recycle paper, not to save only trees, but also to save energy, water, chemicals used to make the paper. So I think everybody, you are familiar that we should not waste paper. We should save paper. Whenever the waste papers are at your home, you should sell that paper to the kabadi wala so that he can recycle and we can use the papers again. Don't throw paper here and there. So you people are already familiar about it. Children, next comes the reforestation. In the beginning, we have discussed deforestation. Now the term comes reforestation. So reforestation means it's the restocking of destroyed forest by planting the new trees. Means now it is a turn for planting the new trees. So reforestation means that restocking of the destroyed forest by planting the new trees. So the planted trees should generally be of same species which were found in that forest. So, and we should plant at least as many trees as we cut. And if we can grow more trees, so it's much better. But at least the amount of the trees that we have cut, at least we should plant that much of the trees. We have already caused a lot of damage to our forest. So if we have to regain our green wealth, so reforestation is the best option. And there is a main role of human beings also. We have already caused tremendous damage to our forest. As we know, we are cutting down the forest. In the beginning, we have read that deforestation is done for many of the reasons as the population is increasing. So only one, as if we have to regain or retain our green wealth for the future generation, plantation of more tree is the only option. Otherwise, it's not possible to regain our green wealth. So that's all about the chapter, children. We have discussed many of the things in this chapter, and this is for your awareness also. You can spread awareness among many of your friends in the society that we should plant at least uh, the few of the trees on our birthdays or any of the celebration. If we are doing at our home, we can plant the new trees in the park if any of the park is near about your home, and even at the home we can do the plantation. So thank you, children, all the best. Hope you have understood the chapter, that the concept of how we can conserve our plants and animals, how we can conserve our green wealth. Thank you.